Hello, my name is Fatima Paola Amaro Baltazar, and I'm doing the second part of the exercise 10. I'm going to interview my literature teacher, Omar Joaquin Novelo Hernandez, about the Cold War. My teacher, Novelo. Hi, teacher.
Hi, how are you?
Very good. Can you please introduce yourself?
Okay, I'm a teacher here in Tecmilenio. I'm 28 years old. I'm a teacher from lots of assignments here, and I'm gonna help you from this homework. Maybe not so much, but I'll do my best.
Okay, thank you. Okay, let's start. What countries were the world leaders during this period?
Okay, in the period, the time of the Cold War, the leaders of the world used to be the Soviet Union, today or nowadays becoming Russia, and United States. Okay, they were like the most hegemonic countries around the world because they established the new order world. Okay.
Now, why did the countries who were allies during the war become enemies afterwards?
Okay, it's because previous to the Second War, the Second World War, the most important leaders around the world were France, England, maybe Germany, because they leader for their armies, for the economic, for the revolution industry or something like that. But suddenly, when United States and Soviet Union need to fight against the German and the Nazi government, they help to these countries, and these countries were ruined after the war. So they decide that the new world order, must be divided in two parts: communism for the Soviet Union and capitalism from the United States. And they divided the world. Okay, some people say that it's a steel curtain. Okay, and they decided to create the steel curtain to divide the world in capitalism and communism. Okay, so in this case it was very difficult to get allies with that opposite situation in the economic and in the political establishments. Okay, the status quo changed. Why? The communism said that all all the people in the country need to have the same services, the same education, the same economic efforts or something like that. And for in the other hand, you have to capitalism that say that if you can get rich even more than the other, you need to fight with that richest, okay, to get wealthy and maybe to have more than the others. So it wasn't possible to have the same match because in the communism, you have everything is in the same parts for everybody, okay? But in the other hand, you have a, a, a little piece of the population have lots of the things that the other couldn't be have, okay? So that just have the opposites.
Okay.
We don't have any options because the Cold War was like a virtual war. Exactly, we don't fight anything. We don't have bottles. We don't have like positions in some places. But if you need to divide the world, Europe is a perfect place because Europe was divided. You know about the Berlin Wall, and East Europe was part from the communism and Soviet Union, and the Occidental world was part from the United States. So we don't fight any battle because all the times we are trying to fight with another things, maybe discoveries, maybe inventions, maybe like to be the first one in some things, maybe with the spatial career. You say you listen something about it. The Soviet Union was the first one to achieve send a comet or a rocket to the space. And on the other hand, we have the United States with the first one to achieve the moon. And in the other hand, you have the first one to achieve to send a dog, and this is like the way that they fought this war, okay? But exactly in a place there is no a place. China, Cuba, obviously, uh, and all the Soviet unions, Afghanistan, Uzbekistan, Azerbaijan, something like that. In the opposite, you have France, England, Spain, Portugal, with the capitalism way of life. Okay, so it was difficult to say exactly a place, but because remember it's a virtual war, but it was very dangerous because even when it's a virtual war, if somebody I don't know how to say, if somebody treat to the other country or to the other leader as a very strict force, maybe could be could be to play some third world or something like that. That the Cold War from the Occidental people, we are part of the Occidental world. It, it was like a period of time when the communism took place here in the world, and the communism became in the devil around the world. Okay, because even the United States said that communist people ate children, something like stupid things like this, okay? But in the other hand, if you went to the Europe in the East, they suffer in lots because they were so strict with that countries. Soviet Union treated all these countries very bad, and they forced it to uh, put aside the freedom and all the potential of this kind of people. So it was very difficult period of time. It was like very tense, very tense, because in the first opportunity that each part has, maybe we could destroy all the world. So it was very dangerous.
Okay, the last question. What type of weapons did the two world powers have at their disposal?
I think that this is the most important reason about the Cold War, because they discovered the nuclear weapons, okay, atomic bombs, took place in that period of time, and the most amount of atomic bombs have United States and nowadays Russia. So imagine if somebody treats to the other one that this is very dangerous. In 5 seconds, you destroy all the cities around the United States, maybe in the West Coast. So that was the tense period of time, because all the time we are in alarm, we are in alert, only because they wanted the atomic bomb. So it was very difficult to understand. Even um, the legend says that in Cuba, the Soviet Union had 3 or 4 atomic bombs. Even they say that in Alaska there were another one pointing to Russia. Then another one said that in South Korea to North Korea, and North Korea to South Korea. So it was very difficult because we have all the potential in the atomic bombs that have uh, United States and Russia to destroy maybe 5 Earths. So it was very difficult to live in that period of time. Even the population in some places in United States has like bunkers in the backgrounds of the houses, only to be prepared, because in a maybe in some minutes you could say the war is here, so we need to hide in the bunker, and we can go outside for, I don't know, 20 or 30 years. So they were prepared, something like that. It was very difficult.
Teacher, thank you for your time. I hope you enjoy it.
Yeah, thank you. I hope so.
Thank you. Well, finally, in my opinion, the fall of the Berlin Wall was the start of international relationships, and thanks to the end of the Cold War between United States and Soviet Union, began the trade relations with the rest of the world. So, well, I think that opened more knowledge, culture, and diversity to the whole world.